Hey, this is Brandon with RPG Overviews, and I've got a Pay What You Want supplement to show you today. It's all about the vampire lair. It's called Where to Get a Bite. I've always been a big fan of vampires, and this is a little supplement that's going to help you kind of freshen up their location. So almost as iconic as the vampire itself is their lair, whether it's a storm-clad castle or a desecrated crypt, when they track the beast back to its den, here are some options for how to make the encounter more exciting and challenging for your party of heroes. So we got a cloak of bats. So a bat swarms around and moves with the master for one round. So they've got that kind of like swarm going around them. So that's pretty cool. Clouded sight and eerie mist envelops the lair as their fog cloud spell, except lasting one round. You've got obey, may only be used on a target affected by the vampire's charm. So that's pretty cool. The target must obey the vampire's spoken order. Unholy earth. The ground is so corrupted that the vampire can draw power from it. Light sources dim and shadow darken. For one round, the vampire gains resilience to radiant damage. And it says all healing effects within the lair except the vampires and vampire spawn bites are halved for one round. So some cool things there to add to your challenges. It tells you here it's going to raise up the challenge level to 20. And then you've got some minions here it's going to tell you about, of course, that might be in their lair. Wolves, bats, vampire spawn, flesh golems, stuff like that. And then you've got a classy lot. And I thought this was very interesting. Worldly and ancient vampires often have lived a life not unlike an adventurer before or after their affliction. Thus, their lair and their personality may reflect the class levels they accumulated. Here are some features and archetypes that may be present. I think that's very smart. So like what a barbarian's vampire lair would be like, or a bard vampire would be like. So like for the bard, musical instruments. The organ, of course, is the favorite. I like that. Art depicting scenes from epic poems, thralls performing plays for their master. This vampire is desperate to once again feel something other than hunger and fury. So I think this is really clever. Paladins. It is a long fall from paladin to vampire. Mementos of their earlier time have been buried deep in the lair. This conflict inside making it impossible for them to let go. This lair may even host non-evil allies. Those who know the vampire in life and are trying to appeal to their better nature or curb their dark urges. So, of course, we got ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard. Well, it says layers upon layers. So some vampires may have multiple layers. Well, what happens whenever you take these layers down? They may make the main fortress weaker and give the heroes an advantage in the final confrontation. Conquering the vampire's smaller layers may result in, and there's some options here, such as losing key allies or reinforcements for the vampire, coming into possession of magical items, denying the vampire their use, or losing access to sources of magical power. So it's a neat little supplement there. It's pay what you want. If you like it, please send some money their way, and I think it's pretty cool. So there you go. Thanks.